Okay, I just wanted to do a quick video on a repair that I did. Now, not everybody will want to do this, but I wanted to save the money. This is a Pathfinder bezel 2005 R51. You can see that air conditioning, controls. And what I had to do when I removed this, I had decided to put a new touchscreen, up-to-date radio in this old car. So what I ended up doing was, because I've done installs in cars before, and I pulled the plastic back, and I don't have it in front of me, but when I removed this to put the new radio in, it cracked, and then it cracked again and again, and it was so fragile it broke in probably, I don't know, 10 different pieces. So what I ended up doing was I ordered a 2005 to whatever 2020, I don't know exactly how many the range was, but I bought this style bezel. Now this is a Frontier bezel, and what I ended up doing was I cut my air conditioning piece out, and I took a plastic welder and I plastic welded it into this Frontier bezel, believe it or not, but I'll show you. So when I flip it over, you can see there's some light on here. You can see the staples and the JB weld that I used to put this piece in all the way around. And then, I had to, obviously this is done now, but I had to remove the controls, unscrew them, and then put this piece in there and plastic weld it front and back, and then JB weld it front and back, and then sand it. So it was a long process. I would never want to record it because who would watch that unless they had the same issue? But you'd have to be really determined to want to do this and save the $180 or whatever it is to buy the bezel, because they're kind of rare, and they didn't make too many years with this style heating and air conditioning. Plus, if you want to get it new, it's tough to find, but they are out there, and it's about $200. So I used a $30 one and grafted my AC controls into this, and then I painted it. And I had to use some different stuff. If you guys need to know what I used sandable, fillable, fillers, primer. Once I got everything in there, and it looked pretty good. I didn't use any regular Bondo. I used JB Weld to get secured in there, and I used this stuff, which is really good. It's a glazing and a spot putty. It's a lot. This isn't exactly it. This is like gray. The one I used, I did use that on here, but that was because I couldn't find it initially what I was looking for. Could use some of this too. Same kind of stuff, but it's not very good either. If you want to make a fine detail and really make a bit, here's a JB Weld. That stuff is great, I tell you. It really made it possible to finish this. Anyway, it's like gray, or almost like, or sorry, red. It's almost like clay Bondo, but it's glazing and spot putty Bondo, and that's how I was able to get this all smooth. And then I used the sandable filler primer, and then I used multiple coats, and then painted with just flat primer, just to put a color on it. I was going to do it silver, but that was like the original color, but this looks better. And I did all the pieces to match it. Here's part of it. I didn't paint this. This is the controls. I put a new switch in there for the rear view camera I installed in that new head unit. That all works, and just got to run the RCAs and need power wire for the stereo I'm putting in it. I'm going to leave the Bose amp in it. I just run some like a 10 or something, for some bass. Anyway, if you have any questions, ask me.